Hi class, this is Mr. Sanchez again here with Module 7, Lesson 13 in our math. So today we're going to continue working with money, but today we're going to think about how we can use our knowledge of coins and money to solve word problems. The objective of this lesson, what we want to learn, what we want to be able to do. I can solve two-step word problems involving dollars or cents with totals within $100 or $1. Two-step word problems, all right? I can solve two-step word problems. We know that word problems are math problems that we have to read. They have words. And if they're two steps, that means it's going to be two parts. We're not just going to do one thing. We're going to need to do two different things to solve the problem. So these problems that we're going to solve are going to use money, dollars and cents, with totals within $100 or $1. So we're going to think about our hundreds here, because $100, well, that's, $100, $1. Or $1 is 100 cents. So we need to think in hundreds. All right, our application problem, like usual. You can read it with me. Dante had some money in a jar. He puts 8 nickels into the jar. Now he has 100 cents. How much money was in the jar at first? We know that Dante has money in a jar. So maybe on your paper, you might want to draw a jar and put 8 nickels in it. If you have actual coins, you can get 8 nickels. Remember, a nickel is the 5-cent coin. And put 8 nickels in your jar. If you don't have coins, then draw them in your jar. 8 nickels. All right, take a moment to draw them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 different circles or 8 different coins. And we know that they're nickels, and nickels are worth 5 cents. So if you're drawing, maybe write a 5 inside each of your 8 circles. All right, so now he has 100 cents. How much money was in the jar at first? So we know that he had money in the jar already before he put in the 8 nickels. Oh. So now that he added 8 nickels, he has 100 cents, which equals $1, right? He put 8 nickels into the jar. Now he has 100 cents. Well, let's think about, what does 8 nickels make? You can count them, or for those of you who've got the hang of multiplication, we know that we have 8 nickels, and each one is worth 5 cents. So what's 8 times 5? Or we can just count one by one. We have our 8 nickels. Each one is 5 cents. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Or 8 times 5 equals 40. Okay, so 8 nickels equals how many cents? 40 cents. So he added 40 cents to his jar. And now he has 100 cents. So try to find the difference. Try to find how much he had before he added his 8 nickels or his 40 cents. How much money was in the jar at first? You might want to pause your video here and take a few minutes to try to find that difference. Try to find how much money was in the jar in the beginning before he added 8 nickels. So press pause. Looks like that. When you're ready to come back, press play. All right. So we know 5 cents makes a nickel. So each of these 5s is a nickel, right? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 equals 40. So we know that he added 40 cents. Oh, look at the strategy that we used to solve, that we can use to solve here. A number bond. We all remember number bonds. At the top, we want our total or our whole, 100. And then we want our parts. Parts, whole. So 40 cents is one part. And then we want to find our other part of our 100. So this is the whole amount of money we have. 100 cents. Okay, so we can find the difference. When we find the difference, we subtract. 100 cents minus 40 cents equals 60 cents. Oh, so how much money did he have before he added in 8 nickels? We know that 8 nickels equals 40 cents. But once he added that 40 cents, he had 100. So the difference is 60 cents. So we know that Dante had 60 cents to start in the jar in the beginning. All right. Now, Gary has 2 dimes, 5 nickels, and 13 pennies. His brother gives him one more coin. Now he has 68 cents. What coin did his brother give him? So we might want to draw or take our coins if we have actual coins. 2 dimes. So draw 2 dimes on your paper or grab 2 dimes from your pile of coins. Remember, they're the 10-cent ones. They're small. The small little silver ones, 10 cents. So 1, 2 dimes. And then I'm going to write a 10 inside each of my circles if I'm drawing the dimes. And then 5 nickels. So either grab 5 nickels or we can draw 5 circles. Now remember, a nickel is worth 5 cents. Now nickels are a little bigger than dimes, but they're worth less. They're only worth 5. Dimes are 10, nickels are 5. So we want 5 nickels. If I'm going to draw them, let me draw 1 circle, 2 circles, 3, 4, 5 circles, 5 nickels. Now they're nickels, they're 5 each. So inside each circle, I will write a 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 13 pennies. So if you have pennies, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, and if we're drawing, right, we would have drawn 13 pennies rather than grabbing them. Now pennies are worth 1 cent. So if you're drawing inside each of your 13 circles, we want to write 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. His brother gives him one more coin. Now he has 68 cents. So before we get there, before we can figure out what coin his brother gave him, because we don't know if he gave him dimes, nickels, pennies, or quarters, we know that he's going to have 68 cents. So first we need to add up everything that he has. Well, we can look at our drawings or our coins and add them. We know that our dimes are 10, so we have 10 plus 10 equals 20, plus 5 nickels. 20 plus 5 is 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then 13 pennies. Well, what's 45 plus 13? We can split 13 into what? 10 and 3. 45 plus 10 equals 55, plus 3 equals 56, 57, 58. So we know that he has 58 cents to start. And then his brother gives him one more coin. Now he has 68 cents. Okay, so here in our number bond, we have 68 cents at the top. And then we have our 2 dimes equals 20. 5 nickels equals 25. Remember 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 25, and then 13 pennies. And all together, we know that that equals 58. Now we want to find the difference between all of that. 68 minus 20, we can go one by one, equals 48. Then we have 48 minus 25, is 23. 23 minus 13 equals 10. All right. His brother gave him 10 cents. His brother gave him 1 dime. How do we know that? Oh, because the difference between all of the coins he had, which equals 58. 68 minus 58 was 10. And he got 10 cents. So he has 1 dime. Haley bought a pretzel stick for a dime and a nickel. She also bought a juice box for 18 cents more than the pretzel stick. How much did she spend on the pretzel and juice box? Let's try reading that one more time. There are a lot of details to catch there. Haley bought a pretzel stick for a dime and a nickel. She also bought a juice box for 18 cents more than the pretzel stick. How much did she spend on the pretzel and juice box? So we want to know how much she spent in total. We know that she bought a pretzel stick, so that's the first sentence in our problem. Haley bought a pretzel stick for a dime and a nickel. So maybe we want to draw a tape diagram, pretzel stick and juice box. Now we know that she bought the pretzel stick for a dime and a nickel. So maybe you might want to draw a dime and draw a nickel. A dime is how much? 10 cents. And a nickel is how much? 5 cents. So draw a dime and a nickel next to pretzel stick, and that equals what? 10 plus 5 equals 15 cents. So we know that she bought a pretzel for how much? For 15 cents. Okay, so we know the pretzel stick, 15 cents. And then we know that she also bought a juice box for 18 cents more than the pretzel stick. 18 cents more than the pretzel stick. Well, the pretzel stick was sold for 15 cents. So pretzel stick equals 15 cents. Then she bought a juice box for 18 cents more. Did she pay 18 cents for the juice box? No, 18 cents more. So we got to figure out what? 15 plus 18, and that gets us the price of the juice box. All right, so we have a pretzel stick for 15 cents plus 18 cents. 15 plus 18 equals what? 33. See, we use a little number bond here. We turned 18 into 15 and 3 because that's easier to add 15 plus 15. Well, what's 10 plus 10 is 20. 5 plus 5 is 10. 20 plus 10 equals 30. Plus 3 equals 33. Oh, look, 30 plus 3 equals 33. 33 cents. So now we know our pretzel stick was 15 cents and our juice box was 33 cents. We want to know the total. We want to know how much did she spend on the pretzel and juice box, on both. So we add them up, right? We know that she spent 33 cents on the juice box and 15 cents on the pretzel. Once again, we use a little number bond, turn 15 into 10 plus 5, and that makes it easier to solve. 33 plus 10 equals 43. Just add 10. Plus another 5. 43 plus 5, well, we could think, well, what's 3 plus 5? Oh, we know that 3 plus 5 is 8, right? And then we have 40. So 40 plus 8 equals 48. Or we can count up. We know that 33 plus 10 equals 43 plus 5 equals 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 33 plus 15 equals 48. So Haley spent 48 cents on the pretzel and juice, on both, all together. All right, let's move on to the next part. Wendell bought a game at the store for $16. He had 2 $5 bills and 4 $1 bills left over. How much money did he have before buying the game? So let's think, what is the question that we want to answer about this situation? How much money did he have before buying the game? So how much money did he have in the beginning? We know that Wendell spent $16 on the game at the store. After he spent that money, he had 2 $5 bills and 4 $1 bills left over. Okay, so we got some little boxes here. Oh, look, our boxes are what? There are our dollar bills. So now we're working with dollar bills instead of coins, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same, except we know that it's a larger amount of money. So he drew 2 $5 bills. Look at the 2 5s, and you see the two boxes with fives in them. It's one $5 bill and another $5 bill. And then he had four $1 bills left over. So we see the 1, 2, 3, 4, the four ones. That's what he had left over. So when we add it all up, we do $5 plus 5 plus the $1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Well, 5 plus 5 equals 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. 10 plus 4 equals 14. All right, 14 is how much money he had in the beginning? No, that was how much money he had left over after he bought the game. Because we haven't accounted for what number? How much he spent on the game. And he spent $16 on the game. And if we look here, oh, we haven't added in that 16. Okay, so we know that's how much money he had left after he spent $16. Oh, look. So we have our two parts, but we want to put them together to get the whole amount that he spent, that he had before spending money on the game. So we add our two parts, 16 plus 14, and we can take them apart or decompose them and make them into two 10s, because we know that 10 plus 6 equals 16 and 10 plus 4 equals 14. So 10 plus 10 equals what? 20. And 6 plus 4 equals 10. So 20 plus 10 equals 30. So $30 at first. So to start, he had $30. And then he spent $16. What's 30 minus 16? 14. Remember this next time you go to the video game store. All right, so that's the end of that lesson today. It's a short, sweet skill. It's very important to know how to find the difference between amounts of money. So we worked with coins and we worked with dollar bills. The skill is very important because we know that money is not just something we learn about in school, it's something we use every day, right? All right, great work.